Some artists make hits, others define eras. For the last 25 years, our guest today has done both. From the days of cassettes and CDs to streaming and TikTok, through changing sounds, changing audiences, and changing generations, he's remained one of the few constants in Kenyan music. Not because he chased trends, but because he kept evolving. But beyond the awards, the sold-out shows, and the timeless records, there's a man who's worn many hats. Artist, husband, father, entrepreneur, mentor, and one of the architects of modern Kenyan music. He's also an architect, okay? Today, we're celebrating the journey, but more importantly, we're unpacking the lessons, the sacrifices, the moments nobody saw, and the mindset that has kept him at the top for a quarter of a century. So whether you grew up singing Sinzia, Sunshine, or you've only recently discovered his music, you're in for a conversation about purpose, longevity, reinvention, and what it really takes to stay relevant when the world never stops changing. Ladies and gentlemen, a true icon, a living legend, Nameless. Welcome to the show.
Hey. Nimekubali man. As you told me, if you said this before, ningekuwa
hiyo acting aingebamba.
Ay, ningefura kichwa man.
Ndio sasa.
That's such a nice introduction.
Yeah.
It got me thinking when you were talking about the journey.
Yes.
And the lessons, and I love conversations like that because tuko shule, man.
Yeah.
Industry ni shule.
For sure.
Yeah. So
for
it's
sure.
a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
And tuongee, man, let's talk about this this journey. How have you been otherwise?
I've been good. I've been great.
Okay.
Really been waiting for this moment.
Okay.
I know you probably don't remember Nameless, but back when Industry Night was happening at Galileo, we actually met.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
I was in a pink dress. Like, I remember down.
So that's how will I remember those?
I was in a pink dress.
Okay.
And I was still an intern at Homeboys Radio at that time.
Okay.
And I remember it was my first time seeing a lot of stars. Galileo Lounge. Shout out to Kwambox. Yeah. Na tukapiga interview kidogo hapo.
Okay.
After the show. We talked. Nice. It was really cool. Nice. So now coming back again and being part of this monumental project, that's a big deal.
That's a big deal, yeah.
Yeah,
How many years was that?
Almost 12.
Wow.
13 years ago.
Wow.
Man.
Wow, that's awesome.
How does it feel to be crowned in 25 years of Nameless?
I mean, it's for me, it's I think I would say at some point I realized I needed to celebrate the journey.
Yeah. Because
I don't celebrate many things, honestly. I don't celebrate birthdays. I don't celebrate too much.
And why is that?
I don't know. I never think about it in terms of, I need to celebrate this or this. But at this point, it was because I felt that there's been so many ups and downs. And anytime someone is coming to the industry, I always look at them and I'm like, man, I know the process of this game. And for me, it was just, I felt a need to, mark that point of saying, okay, fine, this has been a journey. It's not easy.
Yeah.
And it looks easy to people, but it's not easy. But it's also blessed. I can say I've been blessed to be able to still be singing to fans all these years.
Yeah.
To be able to still get the love that I get all these years. I don't take that for granted. Someone was telling me today they were like, hey, you don't sound like you ever get entitled. And I'm like, I'm never entitled to some of these things. I'm just like, I take it with gratitude. But also it gives me a chance to share, the stories that have been there, and to celebrate the people who have made me, because, no one stands alone.
Yeah.
You stand in a village, you work with different people, you work with your colleagues, you work with the media, Homeboys. We've worked with Homeboy for so many years.
Yeah.
They've supported me in so many ways. Corporates, I've worked with many corporates. So it's also a way to also shine that light that, it's not just me alone celebrating, but it's me celebrating with the people who have been part of the game, and just marking that night Yeah.
I saw this clip that Musyoka shared of you recording Furahi
Furahi
Day.
Day.
Obviously with Nonini,
Yeah,
shout out,
yeah.
godfather of Genge.
Yeah, yeah.
And the homie was in the back there. Tell me why it was important for you to come back to Homeboys
Yeah.
as your production and tech partner when you're
Yeah.
crowning these 25 years. You could have gone to anyone else, you know? But then it was necessary for you to come back.
I mean, people like Mike and John Rabah, we were there like way back. You know, I found them already. I found Mike already. You know, Homeboys, and Homeboys was the coolest, you know, crew. You know, even just how the logo looks.
Yeah,
it was so
the
cool
homie.
at that time. The homie, you know.
Yeah.
And we watched Homeboys starting from just bashes. Home bashes into like club, into concerts, and now it's a big establishment, a big institution. And I remember one time I was standing watching Soulfest. We were with Mike Rabbi and we're like, man, the industry has grown and changed, you know, and we're just like, we're at legacy level where, you know, you want to leave a legacy, you want to share that what you've learned along the way. So since that conversation, I always told him, yo, bro, like, I would love to do something with you. And when I'm ready, I'll come talk to you. So, nikampigia nikamwambia, bro, I think I'm ready now, you know. And he's like, yo, you know, we're here ready, always open to support talent. Because, you know, when you work in third world, you know, unajua tuko third world? Ama ujuangi?
Saa zingine nakumbuka.
Ukiwa third world, bro, ni ngumu.
Ngori.
Ni ngori, you know. So you know, you have to support each other.
Yeah.
And navigate this industry together. So yeah, so for me, it's so good to see the kind of support that's been there. From the artists, from the crew here. You know, every time I come here, I feel at home. Yeah. You know, just seeing what this institution is like, you know, and it's all about the creative, people creating our creative colleges, because you realize there are no colleges that really understand the creative industry. We're all trying to understand it. So this is such an amazing place for that.
Yeah. Thank you for coming back home. We put the home in Homeboys.
Yeah, man. Yeah. We're coming back home.
Wow, Sisi. Now you have an incredible lineup of artists.
Yeah.
From Mr. Lenny Cancel to Okelo Max, Kodong Clan, Punit, Necessary Noise. Yeah. When you look at this lineup, and even when you were curating the experience, what do these people mean to you, and how do they fit into this 25-year journey?
Yeah, it's a good question. Very good question.
Thank you.
I mean, you know, for me, like, I have had very many different kinds of relationships in my 25 years. I've met different kinds of people, and I've always appreciated meeting people, because I learned something from everyone I meet. Younger, older, you know, from the Eric Wainainers from before, all the way down to, I did a song with Trio Mio, you know, and just studying the different generations.
Right.
So I'm a multi-generational artist, because my mindset is very open. I'm a very open-minded person. I don't judge generations because they're different. I kind of like study them and try and understand them. So this lineup is, honestly, most of these guys are my friends, people who we visit each other at home. Check on each other during the ups and downs of life, you know. We've been in their weddings, you know, when they're sick, visited them in hospital, you know, checking on them. So most of them are my homeboys, you know. Others have been what I'll say then, the younger guys. It was important for me to have people like Okelo Max and Benso, because I wanted to show that, you know, my connection with the younger generation, because I see them as my younger brothers. And when I see them working well together, I get happy, because I know, you know, the industry keeps growing, and just, you know, we feed off each other's energy. Right. And I wanted us to make sure that even in this project, we feed off each other's energy, and we give guys a cross-section of the music, pop, urban pop. Because basically I'm an urban pop artist. So how do I give like a good taste of what urban pop has been from our time all the way until now, you know, the guys who are popping now. There are many other guys who, I mean, honestly, the lineup is so long. Yeah. Like, I would have wanted to have so many other people, guys, but I was like, man, like, I'm overwhelmed with the artists. So it's just a representation. But I have friends, you know, honestly, for me ni mtu wa watu. Like every time I meet people, I always want to create connections with them. And some are acquaintances, but some of them it gets into deeper friendships.
Right.
Yeah.
Dope. And now the tickets are completely sold out for Saturday?
Yeah, man. Sato got sold out pretty fast. I was like, yani hata sikuwa naamini.
You never expected it.
Yeah. Like mimi nakwambianga mimi sikuangi na entitlement. Nilikuwa nasema mtakuja.
Watu wakasema tuko ready.
Watu wakasema mimi tunakam.
Yeah.
And that threw me off, I'll be honest, because I wasn't even like ready for that.
Yeah.
And I asked myself, does that mean we do a second show? We talked to the team. We're like, yeah, let's do a second show. And the funny thing is, you know, we started work with the second show, but at some point, even for me, I realized even just doing one show is a lot of work. There are a lot of moving parts, a lot of people, you know, we're dealing with different people.
Yeah.
And at some point, I had to we sat down with the team and said, you know what, maybe let's do one show. Because trying to do all this is spreading ourselves too thin, you know. Kupanga show si mchezo. And mimi ni msanii, so this is a new thing for me to be doing, you know. So but for now we have one sold out show, so there are no tickets. Siko ubaya. I'm like, but of course na plan piga shows ingine si ati ni ya mwisho. But I said, you know what, we have to close it now. There's a capacity, you don't want to pass it.
Yeah.
And give guys a good night.
For sure. It's part of the experience.
Yeah.
Now let's go back to the very beginning.
Yeah.
I mean, seeing the stories about you being discovered through an artist competition.
Yes.
At what point did it dawn on you that, yeah, you know what, I'm actually going to make it?
Wow. Okay, I wasn't looking for to be an artist. To be honest, I was more like, me, I've always been that shy guy who's like, okay, I love seeing people perform. I can perform in the bathroom. But mimi kwenda pobele. Ngori. So I was never looking for that shine that many of some artists say they wanted to be artists since they were small. It happened. Iliniangukia tu. And for me, when it angukia at me, I was like, okay, let me just see what I was in campus. Let me have fun with it.
Yeah.
But as I went on doing it, I started liking creating music and creating moments for people. I started realizing I love, you know, making a difference in people's lives.
Yeah.
And then I had to find a way to earn money from it, you know, because I was already studying architecture, which is the same thing. You're creating stuff for people. So I started being like, actually, I kind of like this, where I can, you know, play with words and they mean things to people, which, of course, right now I'm realizing people have been hearing their own words.
Yeah.
They've created their own words. But, so I started like being, you know, I kind of like this. And when I finished campus, I was like, okay, I'm earning some money. Let me see if I can make this a business. So I started trying to understand, how do we earn money? Performance was where you earn most of the money. Then, and unfortunately until now, royalties is still not that great in third world.
Yeah.
So I started having to learn how to be a performer, you know, like from this shy boy who used to not want to get attention to this guy. And that's Nameless now. Nameless is, there's Monsky, who's a very laid back guy, like chill. But there's Nameless, who is manze ako hapo mbele, manze anachachisha hizo vitu paka unasema, is that the same guy?
Yeah.
So for me, at that point I started saying, let me take this seriously. I started earning. I got a family with my beautiful wife, Wahoo, who had been with me since high campus days, even before we got into the music and fame of music. So she's been with me, and we started building this together. And we would share with each other ideas of how to navigate the industry. Before you know it, babies watoto wameanza kuja.
Yeah.
And you're like, now you're a father as well, you know. So you're navigating this industry, but you're also navigating being a father and a husband, you know.
Yeah.
So we approach it with a very open mind, and I thank my wife for that. Even till today, I was just telling her, you know, she's my best friend.
Yeah.
In my highs and my lows, she's the first person I want to talk to. She's the one I want to hold to like this. Manze, babe.
Unalia.
Mimi.
It's masculine to cry, by the way.
I know, but mi sitoangi machozi.
Unalia je? Sauti peke yake.
Siwezi toa, sijui kwa nini. Mi jaribu siwezi toa machozi. Inakataanga kutoa. It's so funny. The funny thing, sio toxic. The funny thing, natoanga machozi when I'm happy. Like, happy, not happy. Like, there's some things that can happen. I'm like, wow, that is so nice.
One gangster tear.
One gangster tear. That's all I'm giving. That's all I'm
you
giving.
get from me.
That's all I'm getting. I'm like, man, that's nice. And you know what it is that makes me is when people work together.
Yeah.
Like that makes me feel really nice. Like I realize synergy is so important. I was telling my wife, there's a race I fought. By one race I was watching, and these guys I could see how they were fighting to win, and I, just watching how they were like passing the baton, and the last chick got the baton, and she was running, and the commentators they're just like, wow. I would watch that so many times, and it's just I realized what I loved about it is the teamwork.
Right.
So I kind of I love teamwork. I love synergy. I love people coming together to do something great.
It's nice that we bring in Wahoo into the conversation.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because nilikuwa nangoja huko nini, lakini since tumeleta wacha tuongee. Yeah, we were doing a short interview that actually inspired this podcast, and you said the one decision that actually changed your career was you getting married.
Yeah.
Can we unpack that kidogo?
I mean, for me, marriage is a very interesting thing. You can see it in different ways.
Yeah.
You can see the positives and you can see the negatives. And I mean, marriage is not easy. I keep telling people, Manze, it's not an easy thing because you're being with someone who's different from you. But there are moments I look and I'm like, wow, like because of being married to her, like there's so much I've benefited from that. And you don't sometimes see that when you don't look at it like in totality. So marriage has given me grounded me, because it would push me, because I had a purpose as a husband and a father in terms of responsibility. So I'd push myself in a way that I don't think if I was married, I would push myself as much. It made me feel like I have responsibility, not just on the family, but also to society, because people look up to us, So I think that gave me some structure that I needed. But I nowadays tell people marriage is not for everybody, because you really have to know that it comes a lot of sacrifice and understanding. But when you begin to see the values of also being with someone who's there for you when you're in your ups or downs, it really means a lot. So for me, I can't lie to you. Like, my wife is my rock, man.
Love her.
Yeah, love her.
Remember
man.
the biggest running joke I remember from my childhood was like, Wahu wanani?
Nameless. Wanani.
Yeah.
I don't have furahi na your story.
You
But
look
yeah,
bum.
people have seen us like grow together from just being campus sweethearts.
Yeah.
To fiancé and getting married, and now with our children, now we're on our third child, third and last child.
Hopefully.
Yes, it's we have closed that. Thankfully, my wife has agreed with me.
Okay.
Finally, she's like, yeah.
Mambo ya kulea pia ni ngumu.
Being a father it's an amazing job, but it's also not easy, because bro, I mean, it stops being about you. It starts being about your kids.
The kids.
And it's part of purpose of life. Yeah.
Is there any particular moment? People always say men always know. Is there a eureka moment that happened for you? Wahu was doing something, alikuwa amevaa kitisho kyako kya sengenge ni ng'ombe ama sijui nini, and then you're like, you know what, this is the one, this is my person.
I mean, I feel it happened quite early in my courtship with her. Yeah, there's a time we had like a long walk and talk, and I felt so relaxed with her, in a way I'd not felt before with anyone else. And she still is so beautiful. I was like, unanipendea nini mimi manze hapa? But it's just the we were so easy with each other.
Yeah.
That for me, I kind of knew, and that was a long time. Like, I was pretty young when that happened.
Yeah.
And I was like, I think I'm easy with it. I don't think I'm going to be looking for someone else more than this person. I feel comfortable with her. After sometimes akaanza kuniudhi.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'm joking.
Lakini it happens. Come on, man.
I'm playing. It happens. It happens, fam. And at time I'm like, wewe ni nini wewe?
Yeah. Wahuwa singia kwa seta tupiga hapa.
Hata mimi namuudhi.
It do be like that.
It do be like that. It do be like that.
Yeah.
And it's okay to accept that, we be with someone, but saa zingine atakuudhi, saa zingine utamuudhi.
Yeah.
But we go back to man, you know, from the core, like tunapendana and all that, and we've navigated this industry together.
Yeah.
She has my back when I'm doing my project. Like right now, she's my biggest, like, yani endi wako hapo manzi anani push. I mean,
It's
let's keep
incredible.
going, man. 25 years, let's do this. Let's
Yeah.
do this. There are times I'm like, we na hema kwa hapo, let's go.
Love
you
that.
know, and vice versa, you know. And it's so funny, and I saw that it's a scientific thing. When it comes to relationships, when they talk about it, you switch your roles. Sometimes someone is down, the other one has to come up. And the other one is up, come down. Like it's something that for us, when I looked at each other, like, yeah, that's what we experience. And that means that we're in a good place. It may not feel perfect sometimes, may have issues, but when she's stressed, I have to switch into action. When I'm stressed, you switch into action. So that really matters to me.
Love that. That's incredible.
Yeah,
The right team partner.
Yeah, team
Now,
partner, man.
we've also mentioned the girls are in the
Yeah.
picture.
The girls are there.
What lesson about leadership has fatherhood taught you, or even artistry, even about yourself?
I mean, for me, I'll be honest, being a father is being a coach. And to be a coach, you have to learn life, like a life coach.
Yeah.
To me, that's what being a father is. Of course, you have to provide for them because they need you, so you have to hustle for them. But at the end of the day, it's like you have to learn life and teach them life. Now, being a father to girls, you have to understand, you're a man, but you have to understand the girl psychology.
Right.
You have to understand the girl or female energy so that you can give them advice. So we talk a lot. Like they are sometimes like, Dad, it's not always about a lesson, but for me, that's how I show love. You know, I'm just like, oops, I have just
Teaching
learned
moment,
this.
yeah.
I need to show you something. I need to tell you something. That's my that's my love language. And when someone teaches me something, I also feel that love because I feel like that's the way we help each other live life better.
Yeah.
You get my point? So for me, being a father of girls has forced me to learn deeper because I have to understand the difference and try to understand how to do that difference.
Yeah.
Being a man, I have to try and make them understand the man's psyche and understand the woman's psyche. So in that house, sometimes it's so interesting from the mom and the girls. We sit down together, we talk about life and debate about it. Shiro there is insisting she wants to give her input. Like, we're 3 years old, but then she's like, yeah, even we have something to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, so hey man, it's forced me to really learn life and psychology and all that, which for me is a good thing.
Yeah. Tumi has her own following on Instagram. She's doing her own little thing.
Yeah, man.
Also just turned 20. Is dating in the ballpark? Have those conversations started happening?
Those conversations happened when it's very long time ago.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Comfortable with it?
Now I'm comfortable.
Before, what was
Before it was hard, you know, but at some point you start talking till you're comfortable.
Yeah.
And you're like, let's talk, you know.
Yeah.
Let's be open with me. Tell me what's up. I'll tell you what I feel.
Yeah.
And you know, it's healthy to talk, but also create boundaries. There are times I'm like, yeah, this is some boundaries here, and then she learns from them, and then she sees, oh, I had not seen this, and she understands, rather than her learning outside.
For sure.
We want her to learn inside. So we talk openly about boys. Keo is now young. Now she's starting to be like, that boy. I'm like, oh,
It's cute.
that boy is cute. Okay, why do you think he's cute?
Okay.
Because of this. Okay, why do you think? Next minute, I don't like him. Why don't you like him? What happened there? Let me understand what changed. What made you change that feeling? You know, so that you begin to understand how to manage. For me, the most important thing is how to manage emotions.
Yeah.
How to manage your feelings. You know, that's emotional intelligence.
For sure.
So I myself, I'd say, even me, I struggle sometimes to manage my emotions. I'm not saying I know. Sometimes I'm like, what happened there? Why did I get so angry? Why did I get so stressed? Why did I get... That means there's something I need to understand about myself. And I tell my kids, you have to keep doing that. Learn more about yourself. Because we're made differently. Yeah. So how you handle stuff, how you handle stress is not the same way I handle stress.
Facts.
So I need to know my way of handling stress. I need to know where I can handle and what, and where I thrive the most. So in the end of the day, you have to learn yourself.
Yeah.
You know, yeah. So that's what I call life coaching. That's what I call parenting.
Has fatherhood in any way shaped how you show up as a performer, as an entertainer, as Nameless?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. There's some things I can't really do when I was younger I could do. But I still also make sure I understand to separate Nameless from the father.
Okay.
Yeah. Nameless is a performer.
Right.
Yeah. So when I'm on stage, I'm performing. I'm not Baba Girls. I'm nameless. I'm not Babangels. I'm nameless,
Yeah.
But of course, there are limits to some things, But I still have, my fans. And when they're fans, I know they're fans. And you'll dance with them, you what. But there's always that, that understanding that there are some things I'll see some of my younger brothers do. I'm like, okay, I can't do that. I'm like, bro, I can't do that. It's a bit extreme.
Yeah.
But I've always had a certain way I balance myself. Even since I was younger, there are things I would just play with a balance where I don't go too extreme. I keep in an okay place. Yeah. So Nameless has to still remain edgy, but has its boundaries.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've mentioned you getting into this dream after you, Navy, where that's when you're really deciding, I want to do this thing. And artistry has its ups and downs. I mean, every other time it's like, you know what, forget this, I don't want to do this anymore. And then tomorrow unasikia ngoma, you're like, na hii naweza perform, inaweza kuwa kali.
I know.
Are there any side quests that you got into that we don't know about?
Yeah, I did a bit of production, a bit of architecture in the background. But I found that being a musician and being an entertainer would take most of my energy. Somehow you find yourself, I don't know, I think it chose me. Yeah, it chose me. Yeah, I didn't really go looking for it. It chose me, and I find myself being brought back there. Even if I'll go somewhere else, I'll find myself being brought back there. That makes me be like, okay, this is what I was called to do. It's not easy. At times I was like, I remember when I was in my 30s, early 30s, I was like, I want to retire.
Yeah.
Tired of this life.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Yeah.
I need my private life. Then someone told me, you'll never be, now you're known. Hata kama
ukienda wapi.
hata ukienda hapa unajua wewe alikuwa naimba kitambo. Alikuwa hapo sasa anafanya farming. Nikakubali tu.
This is your life.
So this is my life.
Yeah.
And I have to just find a way to navigate it. My wife as well is, we're well publicly known.
Yeah.
Our kids are, pretty known as well.
Yeah.
So we have to try and train them to understand the role they have. And, we measure them and see how they're handling it as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes someone will be like, stay away, learn how to deal with it, because public life is not easy.
Yeah. So when the kids being popular, I'll talk about Tumi because I check her account.
Yeah.
Every once in a while it pops up on my feed.
Yeah.
Did that happen by design or was it accidental? They come from popular parents and then automatically this is the life that they find themselves in?
It's a bit of both. There was no proper plan. There were Tumiso, by the time she was born, people knew about Tumiso.
Yeah.
They knew that we were looking for a name. Apparently, there's a whole time we were looking for a name, and everyone was trying to give a name.
Yeah.
So people would talk about watching her grow. I remember having a conversation with her, like, would you want to do more public stuff and earn with influencing? And she said she wants to. So I said, okay. Since we're in this game, we'll be there to guide you. Then what you see, if you feel you like it, fine. If you don't have to do it. You're still young. And we became like her managers. Yeah, so we manage her, pole. She sees, she's like, hey, pull her back. Sometimes she's like, hey, I'm exhausted. I'm like, yeah, you're still young. Just pull back and see. So we're baby steps.
Yeah.
KO is young. One day she's like, oh, I want to do my own thing, my account. At times not. We're like, she's still not ready. So we have to, for her, we have to hold her back more. But Tumiso has blossomed. She's doing her thing. Tunakuta manze content up. We told you must petition content through your managers before
approval.
There's an approval process. Even I have to approve with my wife.
Yeah.
Yeah, because once you put it out there, it's a bit hard to pull it back.
Yeah.
So we have to train her to know that. But ni Gen Z pia, unajua vile ma Gen Z wako.
Yeah, anafanya vile ile inambamba.
Inambamba wewe.
Mtakacha mbele.
Kuja hapa. Yeah.
25 years later, has
Yeah.
has making music become easier or harder?
If you're a musician, you just listen to music and you love it. Now you find yourself analyzing the music.
Yeah.
Why did this one hit? Why isn't this one? And I'm like, it becomes nice work, you know. But I still love performing for people. Yeah. When I'm on stage, I love it. I love connecting with people because you see something that just started as an idea in your room now has a meaning.
Yeah.
And you, for me, I'm like, this is my purpose. My purpose is just to create good moments and good memories for people. When I perform in weddings, I see what it means to guys when I perform in weddings, even birthdays, as small as that, you know, you feel the impact. When you meet a fan on the streets, you know, someone greets you with so much joy just because there's something you mean to them. I think there's no more joy than that. I mean, I've won awards, but to be honest, what makes me feel the best and gives me energy is just meeting a fan who says, man, X, Y, and Z, that day, see what, that day we met, I was wearing a pink dress in Galileo. Mekushika, man. I mean, it's moments, you know, and how it made people feel, you know, and that for me is what keeps me going, because I get the energy from that. I get energy from people when I do something that makes them feel better. Because as I told you, we're in a society that there's a lot of hard stuff happening. Yeah. So me, I said, hata sitaki politics, sitaki hizo ma stress. Mimi nataka tu good times. Can I give you good times, good moments, even in my content? Can I give you content that can make you laugh?
Yeah.
Can I give you content that can make you think? Can I give you content that can make you inspired or empowered? Yes, that's where I want to play. That's my zone. Yeah, anything else, you'll not hear me trying to create beef with people.
Yeah.
You'll not hear me putting other people down because they didn't do something I don't think was right and all that, because that's just my opinion. Life happens and, you know, stuff like that. Sikujangi kimjuaji. Yeah, and people ask me, hey, do you have an opinion? I have opinions. But sometimes I'm like, you know, I don't want to, you know.
Let's more share just because you have it.
Yeah. No. I don't do that. I'm just here for provide good vibes. And nikajua God amenipatia hiyo kazi. Yeah, I felt like God said, weka hapa na hii ndio kazi yako. So I said, okay, twende nayo.
When you were first getting into the game, the dream that Nameless had versus, you know, now 25 years later, has the dream remained the same? In what ways has it changed over time?
I got into the game for fun, honestly. Yeah, I was like, hey, good vibes, man. Hey, then I'm like, hey, okay. Then I would start meeting people and they would tell me, you know, what a moment meant to them. And it changed to purpose. Yeah, before it was passion. Changed to purpose. Now, anything I'm doing, there's a reason I'm doing it. Even when I'm doing 25 years, there's a reason I'm doing it.
Yeah.
There's a purpose I'm trying to do. And sometimes not easy, you know, but there's a reason I'm doing it, because I want to uplift, I want to elevate, I want to encourage, I want to inspire. Like that's now what drives me, you know, to do some things that are uncomfortable sometimes, you know. So it definitely changed from passion to purpose. Yeah. So when I meet younger guys, I know the guys looking up to me and they're looking at what I'm doing. So I think about what I'm doing. I think about what I'm saying. I think about how I'm acting, because I'm like, there's someone else who's looking at me and wants to see, okay, because there's someone else who does something differently. Yeah. So I want to represent. There are people who be like, I want that. That's what I like, and I become that guide for them. Just the same with me. There are people I look at and like, I like that. I like that guy's energy. I like the energy he's spreading, and I want that kind of energy. Yeah. So if you think about people, like people for different reasons. You're like, I love Beyonce. I love Snoop. I love what you know. But it's because they're giving a certain vibe and a certain energy. So even for me, I want to give a vibe and energy that makes people there. So me, I know my personality. I'm easy, grounded. I'm filled with humility, because I always know it's not all me. I know there's a lot of things that's outside me that got me where I am.
Right.
Whether I win or lose, it's outside me. I don't have entitlement, and I know that I'm never entitled to be on this chair and to do all this. Just like there's a reason I'm here, and that's who I am, you know, and that's what I'll spread, and that's my legacy, you know. I'm the kind of person who I feel, I feel like I'm the guy who wants to bring people together. That's just my role, People are like, pick a side. What side? I'm like, bro, we're just misunderstanding. I want us to try and understand each other. Yeah. Before I used to not like saying that, but now I'm clear. If I'm going to say something that's going to make people polarized, I won't say it. Because there's no point. Yeah, there's no point to polarize people. It just means that people are not understanding each other.
Right.
So me, I'm just like, how do I help them understand each other so that you reduce polarization? That's my role, and it's very hard for you to hear me trying to push this side or this side. I'm like, okay, you have your opinion, you have your way you look at things, your opinion, yeah? Trying to understand why they're different so that you don't. But right now, internet benefits from polarization.
Sure.
They want this gender to fight this gender. They want this race to fight this race. Why? Because it increases, what do you call this, interaction and all that. Clout and all that. And it's just makes, but that's just not me. Right. And I can't be that. So I have to be who I am. Yeah. So that I'm clear on my role. Yeah. And I'm very comfortable in it.
Okay, so let's talk about some of the difficult moments. I know you spoke about not really letting the public see when you're going through it, and obviously, I mean that's a choice that you make as an entertainer. But obviously, us as the public, we're like, we want a piece of that. Like, we want to know everything, including unlala sangapi na leo umekula mojakula. Let's talk about the loss of Issa, which happened pretty early on in your career, and you guys were really, really close. I would like to say like best of friends, from my understanding. How do you deal with a huge loss like that, and then give yourself, the motivation to get back in the race?
I mean, the loss of Issa made me realize you can never know what's going to happen the next minute. Yeah, we were laughing. We had just had an amazing show. Our collaborative efforts was just taking off.
Yeah.
And everything was working out perfectly.
Yeah.
And we were like, God, we are doing God's work. Yeah. This collaboration is just so good. We're spreading good energy. Then it happens, and that threw me off because I was like, yo, I can be here laughing and tomorrow you're not here. Yeah. So that made me realize that, taking life with gratitude and reminding myself that I can go anytime, because Issa was full of life, and to see his lifeless body a day after, like when I saw him, I couldn't believe it, and it changed me. My wife keeps telling me something changed in me after that, where I'm just like, wow, when you're here, do what you can, because you don't know when you're going to have here, when your job is done here. True. But I got such a good chance to and go through what I call like perfect synergy with Issa. I look for that with any friendships and collaborations, because it was mutual respect. Right. We both had our humility and groundedness, in a way that I look for that with friends, and collaborations. Like, Issa was a superstar, but bro, he was so down to earth, People loved him because of that. They loved him because he was like, man, the talent was there. Yeah. But he was just that easy guy, And we liked that, and we learned from each other. We would go every show, we talk about the show. He asked me for advice. I was older than him at that time. So, I loved, sharing advice with him of what I'm going through. And you'd see him like listening, and he goes back and changes something. And you're like, man, this guy's, he's so good at learning and growing. He's so passionate. I keep wondering where he would be right now. So for me, losing him that fast, from a full of life to that, just makes me look at life and say, nothing is guaranteed. So whatever you have, just be thankful you have it. You're alive. Yeah, it might be sometimes you're going through some pain and all that, but I believe you only have one life. Yeah, there's no rehearsal. Yeah. So let's appreciate it when we're here. Even when things are rough, it will pass. Yeah, just keep going, because your maker has his own plans. Yeah.
Have you, now that you've mentioned that you try to find that synergy with the people that you work with, that dope chemistry, I mean, obviously the chemistry that you have with one person is nothing that can be replicated. But which of the artists have you worked with over the span of your career do you feel that, we've developed a bit of something.
It's different. I have friends, even in my lineup. I have friends, Manze, from Mr. Lenny. We are family friends. Big Pin is a brother like crazy, man. Big Pin was Issa's best friend, by the way. We both lost someone important to us. People like Bien, mutual respect. Check on me, I check on him as well. Nyash, there are many artists who, whether with collaborations or just as friends, I value that. So you see Waire, Juakali, these are people who I love the friendship, because we go through things that many people don't know in being public figures, trying to survive the industry, because it's you have to survive it.
For sure.
Yeah, you have to survive it. It's a jungle out there.
Cutthroat.
It's cutthroat. So for me, I'm always looking for that. Even when I do a song, I tell someone it's just not the song. It's also more than the song. It's the relationship, the friendship that I see is important. And stuff like that. But yeah, it's true. I always look for that kind of synergy. I'm big on synergy. For me, I believe God is synergy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I see good synergy, I feel godliness in that.
Right.
So I'm always looking for how when we work together, we work and we feel that was nice. We felt good about that, yeah.
When you're not Nameless, the performer, with the do-rag and the hat, and the glasses, Mr. Mysterious but can wind the waist.
Fire waist.
Who are you when you don't need to perform? Because I feel, when it comes to artistry, it's a performance. It might be a meeting, but uko in your little stage. So when you're not on stage, who is Monsky?
Monsky is a philosopher. Yeah, Monsky is someone who just studies people, studies life. I'm very introspective.
Yeah.
I'm very soft-spoken. Yani, I feel like I'm a very introverted spirit. I think a lot. I think too much. I wake up at night at 1 o'clock. My wife, wherever she is, she's like, "Bruv, you need to sleep." But I want time alone to just reflect through life. But I'm also a comedian.
Oh, really?
Oh man. Nikiamua. Nitakumaliza.
Hapa stand up nini?
Ai. Kufa. Unadhani nilipata wife aje?
Here he goes with the jokes again.
There he goes again with the jokes. I can't get out of it. Can't get away from this nigga. Too funny. Hiyo kitu ilisaidia. Jua una do.
Enyewe.
Sasa lazima uchekeshe mtu. Personality ndio inasema sasa do. Hawezi compete na watu wako na do. So inabidi I love storytelling, that's me now, Yeah, but I honestly speaking, whichever century I was born, I'm clear I'd be a philosopher. Because for me, I just study life more than normal. Like I noticed at some point, I think more about like what's going on in life than normal. And when I study philosophers, I'm like, that's me. Yeah, the way that guy's thinking is the way I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And I work as a musician and entertainer, but my true core is just philosophy. And philosophy is just trying to study wisdom and trying to understand what's the best way to live in that current environment and how the environment's changing and what's really going on when life is happening. What's really, what are the layers that are going on?
Right.
And I can talk about those things for hours, I irritate some people sometimes because they're like, oh, no, kila sama.
Kusoma.
And it's not even kusoma. We have Socratic conversations.
Okay.
Like, why do you think this happens? Why do they? And that's when I'm at my best. That's when I feel like I'm living, you know. So I realize whether I was born 500 years ago, whether I was born 300 years from now, I would still be looking at life the same way. That's Monsky now. Yeah. But then Nameless benefits from Monsky.
Yeah.
Because Monsky is going to make him study what he's doing and why he's doing what he's doing more than normal.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, we know the name is David Madenge. Monsky inatoka wapi?
Monsky ni nickname nilipatiwa na bro. Nikiwa myang akaona yeye.
How many siblings do you have?
4.
4. Okay.
Yeah. So we're 5. Me last born.
All boys?
No, 2
mixed.
girls, 2 boys.
Okay.
Na mi si shauti wangwi. Me last born. Si shauti wangwi.
Wahu wenyewe alijikaza. Unajua vile
Hata
wanasema
ni
last
last born.
born. Oh, wenyewe. Take yourselves out of the market for the rest of the people.
Acha tupambane sisi wawili.
Manze, so you're telling me about Monsky.
Yeah, so Monsky is a nickname my bro gave me when I was younger. Because of chess. He saw that I have a talent in chess. It's like my strategic mind.
Yeah.
Just, you know, I'm always like trying to look at different ways of handling something or doing something. So he saw that, and he nicknamed me like one of the grandmasters. They call me Kamonsky. So Kamonsky is and he's my big brother who I look up to.
Yeah.
So it's a name I carry with pride.
Love.
Yeah, I carry with pride because it came from him. Yeah.
It's a part of you.
It's a part of me, and he was like, bro.
Suits you. This
When
is yours.
When Monsky.
This
Why
is
your
yours.
Gina Vizuri?
This is yours.
So,
In conclusion, as we wrap this up, 25 years from now, what do you hope people say about the Nameless legacy? Hopefully, the waist will still be shaking.
Fire waist.
You are through and through.
Ataka nikiwa 75. Fire waist.
Deadly.
Chevrolet,
Yeah. 25 years from now, what do you hope your legacy says?
I feel for me, I just hope that I gave guys good times and good memories. I hope I just inspired people in different ways. As I told you, that's my purpose right now.
Yeah.
You know, I love. Sitasema people pleasing, but I love to give guys good times, you know. I want them to remember me as someone who honestly was grounded, down to earth. It's something, I don't know if it's from Japanese or what. I just love their humility that they have, because they know life. They know that there's so much more outside your control that contributes to where you are.
True.
And I love that in that culture, and that's who I am. And I would love that to be the culture of, you know, people. I'm not saying don't be proud of your achievements, but also know that it's a lot more outside you that made you get to where you are.
Facts.
You know, and that's something that I would want people to remember. But generally, me being a musician and me being an entertainer, I really just want, when people remember me, remember good times, good vibes. Mimi mtu nataka kuspread good vibes.
Man.
And that's what's up.
We need it.
Yeah, we need it. We need good vibes
Very
in this world.
much
Because
so.
manze, there's a lot of negativity.
Yeah.
So mimi natakanga tu kukaa kwa good vibes. And that's what I want to be remembered for.
Dope, love it. Look into your camera, pale. Pate your drop here. Nameless at 25. What are we expecting?
Yo,
Yeah.
what's up? This is Nameless at the Hit Labs. Ndio sasa. And you're just about to check out the Nameless at 25 concert. I felt a lot of love. I've appreciated all the love I've gotten for all the years I've been here. We're doing what we're doing because of y'all. I'll see you.
Dope.
Bless.
Asante sana.